A very beautiful and a lovely good evening from India, and of course, a respectable namaste to all the viewers who are watching us live. Well, before I take a deep dive in my journey with you all on a very interesting topic, be a certified voice and accent trainer, let me give my heartfelt gratitude to the people, to the team, to the iconic icon, International Internship University, IIU. Well, a leading virtual education system and global brand confederation, which is most valuable and trusted worldwide and well reputed in delivering innovative programs. Globally, it is a trusted name for quality training programs and is committed to providing better and virtual education to all the young learners of the globe. If I talk about IIU, it will take a day in describing the qualities. So let me come to the point. In a short span of time, IIU has spread its wings in 195 countries and 6 continents under the strong leadership of its visionary founder, respected Mr. Piyush Pandit Sirji. Well, I am so excited to take this topic because I am getting a lot of inquiries for this particular topic. What is a voice and accent training? And before I speak about, let me share the screen, please. I hope it is visible. So first of all, great thanks to all the viewers. And there is a golden opportunity coming on 25 to 29 June, and that is be a certified voice accent trainer. Now my question is, what exactly voice and accent trainer means? Who can enroll? And when I say who can enroll, then my answer is who can't enroll, because this topic is required globally by everyone, whether you're in India, Australia, UK, US, Canada, we all require this magic. So trainers, coaches, public speakers, BPO, business process outsourcing, call centers professionals, voice accent coaches, anyone who needs to be a successful communicator. Folks, do remember, without a good voice, without a good accent, even your language is not an enhanced thing. And today, if you are talking about a language, today if you are talking about a communication, then how you are going to take a thing which has given not. So let's move on and let's take this journey in a very wide manner, and let's give what we can do. So let me share my screen again, once again. Yes, can I get the host sharing screen, please? All right, so this we were talking about this enrolling and key takeaways. But key takeaways, let me take a little later. Let's start our journey, because what we promised and what we will give, that will be decided by you people. So key takeaways, if I talk about it, innumerous. When you will have your accent neutralization, when you will know the basics of voice accent, what are exactly speech sounds, what are syllables, what are word stress, what is voice modulation. And this, we will not just tell you or train you or coach you, but we are going to do a lot of classwork with you through your reading exercises, one-to-one attention, which is very, very important. And of course, when you say about practice, because any language, any voice accent will come only through practice, practice, practice. And that's will be the methodology for this certified voice accent trainer course. Let's move forward and let's take what will be the next. Now, when I talk about I say tomato, I say tomato, tomato, tomato. Both are correct. And when you speak these accents globally, because nowadays everything is online, virtual, globally. We all are connected globally across the globe with each another with one lingua franca of the country, that is English. So if you know a master in English, you are the winner. But if you don't know how to pronounce, how to correct in a present globally accepted accent, then your game is over. So tomato and tomato, a lot of difference. And how come? That calls trouble with the accent. Now, one question. We all are in different parts of the world. US accent, UK accent, Canadian accent, British accent, and Indian accent. So which accent is globally accepted? What can we speak so that our language, our speaking, should create an influential impact across our global leaders? And that is the demand of this voice accent training. Moving on, if I tell you and ask you, what are vowels, what are consonants? Then you are going to tell me 5 vowels, A, E, I, O, U. But that is your English grammar, which you had studied in your school. Maybe 10th class or 12th board exams. Here we will teach you the basic English language tree, which is called a spoken English language, where we will tell what is IPA, that is your International Phonetic Alphabet Chart, where it says you have, according to UK and US, which is widely accepted, 44 speech sounds, phonetics, phonemes. And when we are talking about this whole tree, then your sentences, describing of words, it describing of syllables, and that when we go into the roots, that is called speech sounds. And we all know we have 44 speech sounds. How do we pronounce? How do we lay? And how do we say? That is your voice accent. Suppose you are going for any interview, any public speaking, any coaching course, and if somebody asks you, introduce yourself, what will you say? What will you speak? If you say, I am Mr. XXX, I am having hobby, this, I am working, this, I am a this, I am a mission is this, I am a that. What's that? Am I talking about an aeroplane? You can say take off? Or your train is taking a boat? No, not at all. Where you have to give a pitch, a pause, and where you have to rise and fall. That describes your speaking attributes. And that says your voice is a king. How do you make your sessions? That totally depends upon your voice, your accent, and when you have the mixture of both, you create miracles. And trust me, folks, trust me, the people who are watching this video, this session live, be a voice accent trainer and create miracles in your courses. Learn where the pit is, where the fault is in your personality. Take out those personality pits, make it, fill it, with the help of voice accent training. So, coming to the point, English alphabets, as we all know, we have dealt about 26 letters. But in this course, we are going to know that there are no 5 vowels which we had studied long time back. But there are so many vowels which we are going to cover in this course. That is 20 vowel sounds. And can you imagine? Which is comprised of monophthongs and diphthongs. That is new thing. And when you are correcting your roots, making your roots strong, then the stream of spoken English language is going to make you a better perspective, a better global educated leader in the full global educating leading world. And don't you think when you will be a master in English, when we will be a master in voice accent training, you can take on your shows, your online shows, your offline shows, that with the help of successful journey. So we will be taking care of syllables. And as I have told you, in this journey, there will be no theoretical knowledge. Theoretical knowledge will be only be given in the form of, you can say, your notes. But most valuable thing, we will be talking about one-to-one practice. Even there are five people or 10 people, that doesn't matter. But each and every individual will be given personal attention. And our methodology, which I had already discussed with you all, that will compromise only one thing. You have to be patient, you have to be activate your listening skills, and you have to practice with your coach. So here goes with your communication. And if I say the syllables of communication, that is communication, which you don't know how many syllables are hidden in your names too. So this is the thing which we are going to talk about, which we are going to prepare, and which we are going to focus in this English language tree with vowel, with consonants, and of course, your voice and accent. Moving to this lovely journey, what else we are going to talk about? Let's have a look. Accent. I am in India, and if anybody asks me, what is tomato? I will say tomato. Somebody, if I go to US, tomato. Rather, more countries, tomato. So what is correct? Is my Indian accent is a fault, or am I speaking wrong? And that says your accent plays a vital role. If you go into other sub-European countries, the accent tomato is tomato, where people says, what's that? So your accent is the basic history of your region, of your country. And everybody is in different parts of the world, different country, different religions, different mother tongue intonation. And that is, we are going to focus on your accent and your MTI. That is mother tongue intonation. We all have different mother tongue language. Somebody is having English, Spanish, and French, Hindi, but mother tongue intonation can be a barrier in your communication. Have you seen people when they speak English, more than English, their mother tongue, we can hear that. Hindi mother tongue will come, English, Canadian, British, UK, French, Spanish. That is the main pet drawback in your communication. Your mother tongue barrier should never be a hindrance in your accent. And that's what 80% of the people don't know. So that we call accent neutralization, which is consists of intonation. Do you know your speech is having a music, is having a rhythm? Why some people we get so much influential when they speak, And some people, when they speak, we get bored of. That's the hidden quality of your intonation that we are going to cover in this course about your speech music. Lesions, and this is called what connections, and this is going to be mind-blowing, interesting. Most of the people, even in the great public speaker, they are devoid of lesions. And when they don't know to connect the dots, to connect the word, what is the connection? How to impress the public, how to impress their speech, then that is the main bit in their communication. And your pronunciation, that is your spoken sounds. What will be the globally accepted pronunciation so that when you speak globally, irrespective of your country, US, UK, British, India, anything, it should be widely accepted. So that accent we are going to see, that accent we are going to learn, and that intonation, lesions, and pronunciation, the all combo of these three make you the best voice and accent trainer. So most of the people, when they say, we speak, but people don't listen, where we are lying, what's our fault? And that says accent neutralization. So folks, we are going to cover up great power in intonation. We're going to have a deep study with a lot of practice, because practice is the key to success, and that we are not going to give you any homework. Trust me, everything will be in your classwork, and that will be one-to-one. A trainer, a coach will be connecting with all the people in a raw voice, and that's what you are going to witness, a new type of coaching, that is be a certified voice and accent trainer. Moving on. Yes. So we will be covering all these things in agenda-wise, like a day 1 agenda, day 2 agenda, and we will be covering what is voice. Most of the people, I think they don't know what is voice actually. God has given everybody a different tone. Why we say this person is having a beautiful voice. This person is having, very, very harsh voice. Very shrill, very shrill, and very deep. And when people speak, some people will close their ears when they don't like the shrillness, shrimpness, or pitch. That is called your voice production. And that your voice, if you are speaking, your voice is not only a voice. It consists of your volume, pitch, pause, tone, rhythm, timbre, which most of the people, even the best coaches, will be dividing this in their speech parts. Shrillness, your graveness. And when you know the tricks and techniques, why we sing a song like Saregama Padanisa? How we say, how we speak, that shows how you can take on your shows on. And that will be the miracles, or you can say lot and lot of hidden magic when you will learn through this journey. Accent. Accent is a combination, as I have told you, intonation, lesions, and pronunciation. How are you? How are you? Could you please give that to me? Could you please give that to me? So many differences you are learning in my intonation. And IPA, we are going to teach you only through the IPA, that is your International Phonetic Association. That's what we deals with, that's what we say, and that's what we coach, train, or say. When we are talking, when we are connecting today, globally, across the globe, a perfect, a standard IPA, we all have to follow. And most of the people, most of the speakers which I watch, they don't follow IPA. Rather, they follow their own accent, their own MTI, and their own country accent, which ruins their language totally, and they are not accepted globally standard forms. So this we are going to take it up. We are going to have, you can see the examples. We're going to give you a lot of examples, one-to-one sessions. What if you're not comfortable, classworks practice will be more rather on homeworks and other things. Moving on this journey. We are going to teach you, this is so awesome. Most of the people, when they speak, their voice gets dumb. Either they will use nose or their nasal passage. So we are going to train you through scientific way, where the exact letters of your words, that is M and NG, where they lies. How we should pronounce. Some people pronounce with their nose. Have you seen people, when they speak, their mouth won't speak. They speak with their nose, and they can be bullied up, or they can be made fun of their language, fun of their voice, fun of their accent. So we are going to teach you from a scientific point of view how to pronounce the correct word, how to pronounce either with your nasal passage, which says the letter M and NG. What you should not pronounce with your nose. What your palate, your alveolar ridge, and your uvula, which is inside of your throat, that should say. Some people speak with, their teeth getting stuck up, and when they speak, the word she, they, are, st. How you should pronounce correctly. That is where your tongue should touch your, the roof of the tongue. How your vocal cords and glottis should pronounce the letter H. And this is not a diagram. This we are going to train you, coach you, when until or unless you will not pronounce that word correctly, will not go forward. So that the promise we are giving you in this course, you're going to get a lot of things, a lot of key takeaways. The thing is, this is the first beautiful batch and we are having a great discount. So don't miss this. Moving on. Exactly. Have you seen people when they speak? Some people can raise their tongue very easily. So which of the part of the tongue is raised? Front, central, or back? And that gives the correct pronunciation or accent. Some people says how far the tongue is raised. And when your tongue is raised, either in front, central, back, that gives you close, half open, open, and that is the basic difference why some people speak very fluently and when some people can't speak and stuck up. So there are a lot of exercises. Do you know this? When we are talking about our health, some people are so fit and we say they do exercises, they do morning walk, they do yoga. Similarly, when we are talking about voice accent, when we are talking about pronunciation, when we are talking about accent, we do have exercises of tongue raising, of tongue lowering, in which part they should close, they should half close and half open. And that's the reason short vowels, long vowels get different types of voice modulation. So that only we are going to take care of all these things. So this is not only a diagram, this is going to be one of your modules where you are going to take your tongue raised, you're going to take your tongue lowered, and you are going to be the better version of your speech modulation. This is the part where we are going to focus on English consonants. And we say, we confuse, there are 5 vowels, there are 21, there are 26, but exactly we are going to learn only on manner of articulation, place of articulation, which word is residing in your mouth in which part, and how you are going to pronounce that word with that particular position. Your bilabial, your labiodental, your dental, your alveolar, your palatoalveolar, your palatal-velar glottal. And when you will be having mastery in this place of articulation, I am sure your all confidence will boost up. What is your hesitation? What is your, you're not confident. You're getting so much nervous. That will raise, that will, clear everything from your speech therapy. People go for speech therapy. And that's what is the basic thing in voice and accent training. So folks, we are going to deal all these things in a very detailed study with a very, reflexive methodology with a lot of practice in the training sessions, not after the training section like a homework given to any child. So we are going to just get it on and on with these things. Yes, this is a bit little scientific, but practice makes a man perfect, and practice we are going to do in a very great manner. So be ready for that. Exactly. This is the thing where most of the people will get stuck up. Intonation. Most of the people will be getting devoid of intonation, and they are going to lose the track when they speak in their life or in their speech, in public speaking. And there are a lot of people who are going for nowadays speakers. So what thing you should do in your intonation part, and that we are going to take a detailed study how we say, but not in the form of tabulated or PowerPoint presentation, because you can get PowerPoint presentation everywhere. So we are going to learn everything in the form of fun with learning techniques, that is games. So we are going to have a lot of games, like I will be giving you a banana game, for example, yes, no questions, WH questions, and all the questions in the form of statement, listing, feelings, and we are going to enjoy this journey in a very beautiful. So you're going to enjoy, you're going to learn, you're going to enhance, explore, engage. And the key takeaway, the major one, will make you a certified voice accent trainer. So don't miss this chance. You know where you are, and you know how to use these intonations in your public speaking. So take care and move on. Now, when we will take the agenda on day 4, this is very, very important. So we will be always focusing on our recaps, which most of the coaches won't do, and they just move on and on. So we will be focusing on our 24 consonant sounds in the spoken English language tree. Do you know this? Most of the people say, what are consonants? What are vowels? And they will just tell me the 10th grade examples, 10th grade definitions. But in voice accent, we have 24 consonant sounds, which is very, very important in your IP, that is International Phonetic Alphabet. How should be your voicing? How should be the place of articulation of the consonant sound? Most of the people, they're placing their consonant sound in a very ill-mannered form. And when you are speaking any word in an ill-mannered form, you are devoiding of your speeches. You are making it the worst. You are making it the unprofessional way. And have you seen people using the English language, voice and accent in a very unprofessional, in a very horrible manner that nobody wants to listen it? So keep your voicing, keep your pace, keep your tone, keep your building up. And if a person knows the manner of articulation of this consonant sounds, he or she is the winner in her speeches. Voicing is an art, but voicing should be done in a scientific way, then it's a great art. If you're doing a voicing in a wrong way, pronouncing BDG or PTK, that gives you wrong vibrations. Have you seen people using their vibrations in a wrong manner? How you're producing a word in a vibrating form? Singing. Most of the people sing from the nose. Most of the people sing from the throat. Most of the people sing from the diaphragm. And that all comes your voice sings. So voicing consonants, voiceless consonants has a lot of difference, and that we are going to see in our journey. Well, moving on in this journey, now this comes the most important in your voice accent training. Your phonemic chart. You know, people see this and people ask me, ship, good, mood, ear, train. When we say ear, what's correct? The correction is IPA, which is the standard globalization accepted accent. So one-to-one people, we are going to have a look on short, long diphthongs, voiced, unvoiced, how to pronounce vowels, how to pronounce consonants correctly, and with a lot of exercises. You are going to form the stories, you are going to form your paras, you are going to connecting the dots of the words, and you are going to speak up, because more than a coach, coachee should speak. More than a trainer, trainee should speak. More than a mentor, mentee should speak. So I will only show you the way. You guys, you people are going to speak it up. You're going to practice vowels. You're going to practice consonants. And it will be a very fun with learning techniques, with stories, with paraphrasing. And of course, your practice matters a lot. So we are going to say what we can't. And trust me, when you will undergo these courses, you are going to get a lot of things which you were not knowing till now how to speak. What is short? What is long? What is diphthongs? What is voice? What is unvoiced? How to pronounce a perfect word. When we say biology, and the correct form which IPA says is biology. So don't you know the correct form matters a lot in your speeches? So learn the correct usage of the words. Don't learn the incorrect way, and don't speak the incorrect things to you or to your children, because as a parent, if you don't know voice accent or correct pronunciation, I'm so sorry to say, you can't teach others. You can't be a good mentor. You can't be a good coach. So be the best version of yourself by learning this course, by going the depth, by going where you fall, by going to know where is the exact pitch, and you can be the master. So moving on to the next, of course, how we have learned the vowels and consonants in a phonemic chart. We are going to also have the different consonants in a paragraph form, in connecting, in storytelling forms, and all will be done by you. Trust me, you all will be speaking these consonants in your journey, in your paras, in your storytellings, and you are going to be the master, not me. So it's everything I am showing for you guys. So you should know what's that, what's this, how to form this one, which part, which place of your throat should speak which particular word. And we'll be talking about syllables also, which most of the people don't know. And this all I have done in my class earlier with my students, with my, you can say, coaches, and they learned and they get a lot of things. And they still thank me for improving their voice accent communication. So we'll be dealing with phonetic transcription, which most of the people don't know how to read, how to transcribe a particular word, how to get stressed, how to put the pitch, how to put the pauses. And when we are talking about these syllables, this is very, very important, where we are confused. It's a word of 2 syllables, 3 syllables, 4 syllables, or 5 syllables. That we are going to learn about in a very detailed, very studied manner, about how to combine the features of a syllable, syllable stress patterns. And this is all we are going to see in our journey. And as I said, this is all done by you. This all wordings, all syllables, all intonation, pitch, pause, strain, voice, volume will be your call. It is only will be shown by me, and you are going to be the master from this course if you will learn. Of course, this is the thing, this is the powerful tool which I am going to make everybody aware where they are lacking, how the people getting confused with their ultimate stress, penultimate stress, and anti-penultimate stresses, where they are getting confused in the third syllable, in the second syllable, and the first syllable. You know, most of the people speaks from the first syllables, and that is totally wrong. Where they should give third syllable stress, they are giving on the first, and where first to be given, they are giving on second. So all messed up. And your compound words really matters a lot. So we are going to get a lot of practice one-to-one. Mark my words, this training is not only for me. This training is for everyone who will come, who will sit, who will watch, who will get trained. And they are going to get knowledge, they are going to get practice, and until or unless you are not satisfied with any word, we are not going to jump on any second word. So it's not thermometer, it's thermometer. It's not centimeter, it's centimeter. It's not technology, it's technology. And that is you call your anti-penultimate stress. So know the stress, where to put, know the syllables, where to jump. So let's not, spoil your language of English language in a messy form. So let's explore it, engage it, learn it from all of us in a very fun learning techniques. That will be the beauty for this course. So don't miss it. You can see what things we are going to cover it up. So if anybody is enrolling, we can have a great chance. Don't miss this. Of course, your content and structure words, which most of the people are getting confused. Now, people can say we don't know grammar. And some people say we know grammar, but we don't know how to speak it up. There is a myth. Grammar and your spoken English grammar has a lot of difference. Your voice is different, your accent is different, your MTI is different. What should we follow? And the follow is IPA, that we are going to learn only through IPA. That is the standardization globally accepted accent training. So we are also going to work on our content and structure words, speaking, your engagements, your exercises, your games. Articulations of games are really funny. And when I dealt with my past students, they loved it because training is what you get trained. Teaching is what you get taught. So learn the difference between the two and make yourself, your personality in a very great enhancement manner. So moving on. Vowel sounds, as I told in my tree, that comes again. What will be your monophthongs, diphthongs, your height of the tongue? So many people make mistake. Their height of the tongue, how much they should raise. So which part of the tongue should be raised or lowered? That we are going to get in our exercises. Your position of the lips. Most of the people, when I will get practice on tongue twisters, they get lost with the lips content, how they should pronounce. And some will have sh and sir confusions. So that also we are going to take it out. We are going to wipe it out from your speech therapy. You can say how you should be rounded, spread, neutral in your lips technique. That we are going to take care in this agenda, in this course. So don't miss this. It is very important. So I will say only one thing. This is a age or era. You can say only one thing era is there, and that is you have the knowledge, but if you don't know, how to make your knowledge correct in a correction form. Language should be beautified, not should be ugly speaking. Your accent should be globally accepted by all the countries, not misutilized or bullied up or made fun. So once again, I will recommend everyone to go for these courses. Yeah, we do have discounts, so you can connect with our team and they're going to explore yourself and help you a lot. And just go on this course. You are going to just love it. It's a fabulous one. You are then be the master of your speech sounds, your monophthongs, your diphthong, and you can win what you were losing till now. So go for it. Thank you so much.